It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Sacramento Kings. Last game for Sacramento, they picked up the W against the Pelicans. They come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. And Tim Duncan, one of the greats in NBA history. When it's all said and done, Shaq, will he go down as the best power forward of all time?
Well, he's got more rings as a star power forward than anyone else. So he's a complete player, offensively and defensively. I would have to say yes.
And you're the one who gave him his nickname.
Big fundamental. You know, he's not really flashy, doesn't run fast, doesn't jump high, but he will fundamentally up.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Rudy Gay is out there with Cooper. There's Collison, and it's Stevenson in at the shooting guard. Now here's Wilson. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Clock at 4. From deep. And that's collected by Gay. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Greg, you're exactly right. It couldn't have been worse, in my opinion. They didn't look fresh at any point in the game. They seemed to be flat and listless, no spark.
Shots good by Wilson.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing them out there right now.
Well, that's an ankle breaker, Greg. You know that. And then he calmly knocked it down. Sweet.
Now here's Collison. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
San Antonio with the ball. Darren Collison missing from long range. And the rebound goes to Collison.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. There they go, finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Now here's Wilson. 6 points for him. Here's Marjanovic. Wilson into the lane. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Fires for 3. The rebound by Cooper. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against New Orleans.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, it was reflected in their shot block total, Greg. I mean, they were very disruptive, which I think is a combination of hustle and muscle.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He's off on the second. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Cousins. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 15th in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And yeah, you know, one of the most dangerous scorers in the league. He's already come up big in some key games this year.
Now here's Collison. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
San Antonio leading. Outside Wilson. He dishes it to Kobe. Back to Wilson. Fires the three, and that one's good. Wilson's got 9 points.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Wilson.
Get outside, get outside. Yo, set it up.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Gay outside. High post shot. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Outside Wilson. He feeds it to Leonard. There's a screen. Collison against Wilson. Passes it to Duncan. Just 5 to shoot. The dish to Freak. From downtown, the Spurs rebound. Duncan outside. Freak kicks to Duncan. Back to Wilson. Here's Marjanovic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of them.
Sacramento also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Koupas. Gay comes in for Caspi, and it's Collison in for Lance Stevenson. Wilson in at point guard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with 3. Then there's Chalmers. That's the San Antonio 5. The 3, and he gets it to go.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder gave them an edge. He had 9 points and also got the ball moving around to get his teammates involved as well. His performance just another outstanding outing that has become more and more common for him.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
The Kings making a switch here. Cooper's checked in.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. Cooper a screen on Chalmers. Clarkson passes to Cooper. Gay against Green. Again, the miss by the Kings.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Wilson. The feed to Green. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Spurs lead by 18.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Collison kicks to Gay. Shot to stop the run. Wilson grabs the board.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And the 3 off target. The Kings trail by 18. Cousins with it. Leonard picks him up. Leonard against Cousins. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Leonard. Spurs leading by 18. Wilson with it. He's got 15. No good on the 3. Now, here's Clarkson. And the wide open shot from Collison. Hits the jumper in space. Collison's got his second basket of the night. Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Wilson against Collison. Here's Marjanovic. Chalmers dishes to Freak. Now Chalmers. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And now, your Spurs dance team.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the NBA's scoring leaders since the All-Star break. Freak, number 1.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see that the later in the season we get.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Biyombo checks in for Cooper. Caspi, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Darren Collison. Kufis the pass to Caspi. Wilson against Stevenson.
2 minutes.
That's good. Stevenson's got 8 points.
Lance Stevenson.
1:52 left to play in the first half. Outside Wilson. Out to the wing. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Can't get it to go. So the Kings will take it the other way.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
And it's Kufis missing. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And a wide open look for Freak. Here's Leonard. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And he gets it to go.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Outside Wilson, and stolen by Biyombo. Caspi with the bucket.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Outside Wilson. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Bryant for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Here's Clarkson. And he misses his first shot of the game. And the first half is now in the books. It's San Antonio. They lead by 14. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
I'm here with Coach Greg